Gamers, will you believe it? I've got myself a 3v3 match to cast. It's happening live as well. And it's a Team Tuesday in this live stream at the moment. You can join these whenever. Every day there's some kind of SpellForce events that I'm running in my Discord, so feel free to join. I'm not going to stream every single one, but I'll do as much as I can. There's Mod Mondays, there's Team Tuesdays, there's Workshop Wednesdays for modding. There are the what's it called? Tutoring Thursdays, the Free-for-All Fridays, the Sparring Saturdays, and the Show Match Sundays. That's all of them. So yeah, do join them, do join them. Let's grow this game together. In the teal color, we have got Diesel Weasel playing as the trolls. In the green color, we've got our Humis, played by Glauke Schlauke. And the last teammate is actually up here. Umbracore is playing the Dark Elves in the yellow. Team 2, on the other hand, is Humans, played by Penny in the blue. Some Dwarves, played by Volibear in the orange. And lastly, our pink Humans, played by Doom. The heroes are going to be the Plaguebringer. We've got the Reaper as well, fighting against the Wolfguard Commander already. We've got the Warrior of the Depths for Volibear, a Royal Mage for Doom, and another Royal Mage, but that's for Glauke Schlauke, who's currently creeping. Let's watch the fight. The Reaper should be able to take over the flag location. This is very far away from being upgraded. With the Reaper, you can just use the Void Arrow to keep nerfing this Wolfguard Commander into oblivion. And the Undead just significantly out DPS this hero, especially if the Dark Elves manage to get up a flag. She's gonna be in so much trouble and probably just needs some assistance. And in fact, why isn't the Scout here? Why isn't there an Infantryman already out for Penny? Those are big problems, and honestly, Umbracore is doing this really well. This is exactly how you should be playing Dark Elves. Up here, there's 400 meat that you can hunt. Then you upgrade this sector again to a frontier outpost. You add a barracks, and you just pressure from here on out. It's fantastic. That hero is going down, especially with the sector now getting a shot off. Oh, 48 health. Come on. Can that Reaper finish her off? I think maybe not. Can't believe it that Penny got away with that. That's crazy. We've got a ton of Scorching Vibrance here in the middle of Dawnstar Island as well. In the middle, the Inferno Golem. You really don't want to mess with that until you have to. Royal Flag versus Plaguebringer is starting up. Doom is going to try to fight this off with the Royal Mage. Missing my deathmatch stream, says King Morpha in the chat. So, I'm not completely done with deathmatch. I'll be doing that on Wednesdays and on some of the Sundays that I can. Before the SpellForce show match thing. Ooh, the bandits actually got the kill. But I think the bandits will actually die fast enough that some of the XP goes to the Wolfguard Commander anyhow, but not all of it. I don't think she will respawn fast enough to benefit from this Cutthroat Archer getting killed. But meanwhile, the Plaguebringer is getting sniped by the base and didn't get microed there, so level 3 is achieved for Doom. Let's see if Glauke Schlauke can get in there and revive the hero, but the time is running out. Ooh, the revival mechanic is coming in. Oh my god, is that an interrupt? What just happened? What just happened there? Can you interrupt the revival? No way. Guys? Somebody educate me about this. I don't cover enough team games. I don't play them enough myself. That is something I don't know. That was epic. Either way. To still get that snipe. But all that commitment. Force a potion to be used. Just get away and level up. Honestly, Doom is just dominant in terms of the number of sectors controlled. 4 sectors is a lot in a 3v3. With most players being stuck to 3, as you can tell. Even in trouble is, well, 3 not counting the capital, so it's actually 4. It's 5 for Doom. But for someone like Penny, stuck on 2 plus the capital is definitely tough. Tier 2 is achieved, and this is where the iron is going to be, so let's see what can be done with that. Wolfguard Commander is once again in great trouble, and we're getting doubled up on a little bit. As the trolls are joining, it should be very easy to take on the Scorching Wyvern as well. Who's just used the ability, getting weakened as well by both the Reaper and the Plaguebringer. Would be very troublesome indeed. I don't think the Reaper can actually weaken, but he can enfeeble, so as to reduce this attack. Now with 2 heroes, it's a very easy takedown anyhow, especially with all the Smasher backup. Royal Mage looking to do some damage, but destroying a barracks is going to be very difficult. Probably not worth the hero's time. Could be spent elsewhere. Scorching Wyvern is going to scorch all 3 of those Smashers. That was very painful indeed. But let's see who gets the item. It looks like it's going to be Umbra Core. And just swapping to his view, it was a Ring of Nullification. He's still just level 3 with our Plaguebringer boy. I wish there was a drop down here that I could easily select people. That's Diesel Weasel, so he is level 3. Almost level 4, but there's another Scorching Wyvern right here. The base can help out with significant firepower. There's plenty of now healed Smashers, so they can participate in this, and it should be absolutely no problem. There's also a fight up here with the Frontier Post helping to shoot down the Scorching Wyvern. Unfortunately, an Axe Wheeler did die. Everybody's farming the Wyverns right now. It's very important to get these heroes to higher levels. Especially level 5 is just critical to basically all these guys. Although the Wolfguard Commander and the Warrior of the Depths get away without it. The power spike for something like the Reaper is just too high to ignore. You gotta get that. Level 5 is achieved for the Plaguebringer first, however. I want to really see what the skills are there. We already have Tiring Attack, which reduces the target resistances from auto attack significantly. We've got Plague Orb coming in, which will apply disease and disease level 2. Plague disease level 2 has not been picked up, however, so it's all about that feast on disease. But 300 health return is really amazing, honestly. Infantrymen are getting cooked, literally. And it gets worse with the Reaper coming in for the steal. He now has a Corona Cloud, and that's weakening this Scorching Wyvern significantly, but he can't take on 2 armies at the same time. Can he, however, kill that Wyvern? Oh, he's pissing off another one. He's gonna try to share that with the trolls. All 3 heroes of Team 1 are here together. They should be able to weaken this super easily. Where's Glauke anyway with the experience level? Only at level 2, so this is particularly important for him. Because the Royal Mage is kind of useless until level 5, honestly. He can do some stuff, but compared to the other heroes, significantly worse than that was Doom just now, who's still level 4, but has a focus ring, which is going to come in super useful here, especially with just Deep Waters 2, then you don't have to really go for level 3. Umbra Core with the Reaper picking up a shielding amulet, so even though there's no level 5 there, at least it's 2 items, so it will help with the survivability. He can be a debuffer for a longer time. Plenty of Humies over here. Diesel Weasel, however, is the person with the most population. Doom closely following. And you know, if you can do some nice pickoffs with individual target firing onto the Smashers, then a lot can be done there. Inferno Golem absolutely needs to be interrupted because these big ass fire attacks are super painful, cover a huge area as well. It's going to be important to use the Royal Mage, but that's the wrong Royal Mage. That belongs to Doom over there. And he's getting quite a bunch of extra damage done to the enemy team, and with all 3 Team 2 heroes now showing up for the Inferno Golem fight, they should be able to mess with this and potentially even steal the item from the Inferno Golem, but it's double weakened right now by Lingering Curse and Corona Cloud. So overall, that's going to be a massive level up for Team 2, with the Plaguebringer now reaching level 7 and annihilating that Wolfguard commander. Oh my god, level 5 is reached for Umbrecore's Reaper. That means that the Reaper will now be able to siege. It's a pretty big deal, even bigger deal than level 2 Plague Disease, level 2 Tiring Attack, level 2 Corpse Harvest, level 4 Brute Force unlocked for this guy. What's more important than that, even though that's really impressive business, is that... excuse me, I'm trying to look for Diesel Weasel, not Diesel Weasel, Umbrecore. He's got Blood Shower, so he can use that to siege down the buildings at 102 pure damage per second. That's not resisted by buildings, of course, or anything. Still a level 3 hero for Glaucus Schlauke, not ideal. This Dire Bear is going to be interrupted, weakened, enfeebled. Arcane Scorching is helping. So a lot of status effects. Getting it to a lot lower power level, and the infantrymen just smash it. Easy. Can the trolls defend themselves? Diesel Weasel's population has been kind of blocked. The housing crisis is very real in troll bases as well. And finally, we got some tribe shelters coming in. And with the defensive teleport... Holy crap! Did you see that meteor running right on top of the arrivals? That's insane. And so many of the trolls are extremely weak. They're gonna have to be forced to upgrade or stay at low health. But the Humies have taken a beating as well. And his hero is dead. He says help. It's a little too late for that. These heroes are just gonna chill nearby and not allow anything of the sort to happen. His outpost is kind of getting sieged a little bit, but the human outposts are 10,000 health at the 3rd level, so that's gonna defend itself rather well. But almost 1,200 damage done by just one cast of that Blood Shower. So as I was saying, the Reaper can siege. Great Soul Harvest. It's already a 2nd Spire of Souls. This is immediately filling up the chambers of the Spire. And it will just keep overflowing a little bit until he's rich. Umbrecore's a lot of echo as is. Oh wait, he's gonna lose the fortified outpost to these catapults from Penny. Penny finally able to take over this sector, although he doesn't have a whole lot of experience at level 4, not being reached yet. This is a decent little army to harass and siege with, but the other guys will have to, for now, put away this army, and that's easier said than done. Skullcrushers here at minus 25 magic resistance, though, are definitely gonna struggle with a level 5 Royal Mage, gotta say. Wait, where are we teleporting? We're not teleporting. Well, the map is basically creep free at this point, but the Wolfguard commander reaches level 4. There is still a bear in the back to go back to, should it come to that. And with the dwarves helping, this is a cleaned up base. This is an upgraded base now as well. Further barracks are being made by Penny. I think this is stabilization achieved. Should be able to go to higher population levels. Doom is now on 94, leading the game, but Diesel Weasel kind of catching up at 89. Looking pretty good. The dwarves of Volibear are also poking and prodding at 76 population. It's really Umbrecore that's now lagging, but he's got the border fortresses, so like the economy is certainly in a great place there. He's also got a bunch of sleepers out and the harvesters here to soak a little bit of fire should it come to that. And then the Reaper is a Giga Chad himself, just blowing up his undead for some AoE damage. This was a really good engagement, resetting Penny into the Stone Age, but he himself doesn't have that much more stuff. So you gotta be a little bit careful. Meanwhile, we've got a bigger fight, and even the Ironbeak Doom Droppers are joining in. They look green, but they're actually teal. That's weird. Should definitely have green wings, right? Anyways, they're gonna have a great time there against the hero who's been nerfed by Glaucus Royal Mage, but also the Plaguebringer can do plenty of nerfing. We've got wall breakers ready to go to potentially smash through this base, especially if they triple up. But this Royal Mage here of Glaucus should have at least Starfall available. Oh, they're gonna go for the back base first, or they're separating actually.
Our workers are under attack.
And Doom is gonna have to deal with this. He's got his hero alive still, but he's only at level 5. Can he take on a level 8 Plaguebringer? I don't really think so. These OVs are absolutely dominating in this game, but can he take a base and the army at the same time? No, I don't think so, but the other base is getting attacked, so he can just always teleport out from here. I didn't watch! Oh my god, he might lose a lot here. He might really lose a lot here. The meteor is getting cast in the middle of all that, and the trolls didn't see it. It's gonna land right in the middle of all that. The Skull Crushers have minus 25% magic resist, as I said, so very problematic indeed. One wall breaker goes down, base is saved, but then this one got taken down and is being taken over as well by Glaucus. On the other side, we've got a siege war now. The Basilisk might be able to try and snipe catapults, whereas they themselves have a much worse chance of doing so, with the Basilisk having 1500 health. My goodness, that's a level 6 Reaper, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure how the Wolfguard Commander can hold against that, plus all this firepower from the Infiltrators. The base can be sieged with the Basilisk and the Reaper's Blood Shower, and a lot of these lighter units are just getting evaporated by Kisses of Nor, plus the Sleepers just being absolute Giga Chads, resisting all this incoming damage and dealing some pretty solid damage themselves. We've got a huge Soul Harvest coming in. And then it all comes down to what happens in this location. Can... Oh. What the hell happened there? Looks like actually Glaucus has lost a lot of his army, but he's got a border fortress, so he should be able to defend, especially with his relatively high level hero. Especially if Umbricore decides to turn around and come over. This Dark Ensign upgrading is a pretty big deal also, because all these buildings get destroyed and then all their resources get harvested, including some of the stored resources within these buildings. So that's going to make him quite rich. Umbricore should be able to pump out units very, very quickly. Meanwhile, we've got a big attack in the middle. I think there's a meteor landing in a moment. Never mind. That was something else. It wasn't enough to force the guys out. We've got a bunch of fire golems, but I'm not sure they have their abilities sorted out. What? They're volley bears. I guess the UI doesn't want to select them. That's going to be a very solid defense by Glaucus, forcing all these units away. Oof, the tiring attack alone is just so potent. But actually, wait, the hero is not here. This is all the throwers doing the weakening. The Plaguebringer's down here. Yet another snipe against Penny's hero. How is the man going to be able to hold? A watchtower is trying to be built, but I just don't see how it's going to happen. The rotting stone debuff also is going to make buildings stop producing units. Very problematic indeed. This fortified outpost is already very, very weak. Looks like the Dark Elves are breaking through. Says he's dying. Can Doom and Volibear save the man? Penny's on 0 population. Might be a little late to announce that he's dying. This might already be GG, but you know, it is possible to turn games around. This is a Citadel after all. There's not going to be a Titan or anything crazy like that, of course. The Aria distilleries are only now coming in. But there's opportunities here. If Doom can go crazy with champions, and Glauke stays on tier 2, tier 2 units with keepers and catapults. That's a different story, but the champions are getting added, so I don't think that is going to be the case at all. The dwarves are still not very high tech. We do have the citadel, but the units coming out are still axe wielders, right? So this is still very, very basic business. There's not enough iron for a massive amount of berserkers, which is what would be needed. And still the fire golems are not upgraded either. They need their volcano stance upgrade to be able to siege bases down. Without that, it's just not really gonna work. Plenty of defenders here. Plague Orb getting thrown, but without the buff. Holy crap! Holy crap! I was gonna say, maybe Corpse Explosion can do the thing, but normally the combo would be Plague and then Plague Orb. Didn't need it. Corpse Explosion pretty good apparently. That was wild. Another base takedown of pennies. And now the Dark Elves should be looking towards the middle here, because, I mean, what's the one Wolfguard commander gonna do against even just a scouting post? It can't beat that. This thing has got too much health. You can upgrade it further. It's just not gonna happen. So I think it's time for Team 1 to unite. And down here to inflict maximum damage. There should be a bunch of meteors flowing anytime. Oh, both sides using the meteors, but actually didn't do too much damage there. The Corpse Explosion, on the other hand, is a much bigger deal. Doom rapidly falling in population as the connections get made between the meta units and the backline. Even the champions cannot hold because there's just very few of them. Should be possible to destroy the border fortress, but obviously nobody wants to commit a single wall breaker with low health. That is just not gonna work, so let the catapults do it. That's perfectly fine. Buildings do have minus 50% siege resistance after all, so this is gonna be taken down. And with that, Doom is resigning, Penny is resigning, and Volibear should be resigning momentarily. He's got himself a bunch of balloons out, but I mean, he just lost the base himself. The Dark Elves have overwhelming numbers here. It should be just a matter of moments to weaken this warrior of the depths and overwhelm him with ridiculous Dark Elf firepower. And that's gonna be that, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's resigned. GG is called. There's only AIs in this now, so yeah. Let's see what the results of that are. Great work by Team 1 putting everything together. They're not split in order, so Glauke was Team 1, remember that. Damage dealt by heroes. Actually, surprisingly, not won by Diesel, Weasel, or Ambercore, even though they had very high level heroes. Doom just outplayed them in that regard and used a lot more abilities throughout the game. That's very, very nicely done. Although the gold gathered really shows who's done the creeping. It's been mostly Team 1. Number of sectors definitely won by Ambercore with this early rush hugely paying off. You can see that somewhat also in the economy, but honestly, it's hard to connect the colored names with the differently colored bars. I don't know who is who anymore. Either way, Team 1 just got to expand a lot more. GG.